Hello everybody, welcome back to another rant video. I just want to make one of these real quick because I just got a microphone, like a real microphone, so I don't have to record off my phone anymore. I just want to test it out. Let's talk about the Into the Pit game and does it prove the books are canon. I know I'm a little bit late to this, but if you think about it, I'm early. We're gonna get news soon, so let's just talk about it. Like, does it prove the books are canon? What does it mean? There's a lot of differences between the game and the book, and we don't know if they mean anything. So I don't have like a script or anything for this. It's a rant video. Obviously differences is when the game takes place. Because here's the thing. Okay, we have a calendar in the game that's October 27th. As a reference, obviously it's a reference to when the FNAF movie came out, but it does say like the game takes place around that day, like in October. And I've seen people say, oh, but the story goes to the school year. Like, that's true, but it only goes to like the first day of school. It doesn't go to October. And we have scenes within Oswald's school which we didn't see in the book. I think the most we got, right, when he was on the bench talking to the girl. Other changes include, in the description, instead of 6 kids, it says 5. Because it seems like that was like a writing error. That wasn't supposed to be 6, it was supposed to be 5, but something got mixed up. Because they're obviously changing it here. It could be to try and put a different continuity. Who knows? All these differences, all these changes, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. Well, first of all, let's talk about, is this game canon? Because I know a lot of people seem to think it's just going to be like a fun little game. I disagree, because it's supposed to be a 10th anniversary game. And we're going all the way back to the missing children's incident. So it would be weird to have such a pivotal moment in the series. For the 10th anniversary, just have it be a fun game with no lore. That would be really odd. I believe it's definitely going to have some kind of lore to it. It's probably going to be canon to the games. Does that necessarily mean Stitchline is canon? Well, we don't know yet, because it's not out yet. It could, but it also could not. Here's what's definitely going to happen when this game comes out. There's going to be an ending that confirms Stitchline outright, and there's going to be another ending that's totally different Stitchline. We're going to have debates over which one is canon. Both sides are going to pick those respective endings and act like they're definitely 100% canon. That's what's going to happen. So I'm not excited for that. I'll tell you guys that much. Okay, here's the thing. The changes do not necessarily mean the book isn't canon. Right? It can just be differences for the game. It also doesn't mean that the game being made based off of the book means the books are canon. It does not necessarily mean that. Like, I think they're canon. And the game pretty much just confirms it for me. But, it's not out yet. We don't have enough information on it. What I'm hoping, I know you guys are going to hate me for this, I'm hoping this game kind of confirms the split line theory. That basically after the FNAF 6 fire, there's like a split in timeline where, Fazbear Fright takes place and then everything else takes place. That theory mostly happened because of, the idea that Glitch Trap was actually William Afton, before we knew about the Mimic and all that. But I still think it can work. It'd be better. I'm sorry, I like Stitchline, but I prefer split line to be true. There's more possibilities with the actual characters in the games themselves. We could get like Andrew in the games. Finally. I mean, he'll be like a real character in the games. I'm not saying about UCN. He's barely a presence in UCN. He doesn't really matter. You can probably play like UCN for like an hour, not even get anything about him. That actually reminds me of a theory. That UCN was like a joke game. That like the one you should not kill was like a joke, and everything in the game was a joke about lore. I really liked that theory. That's good. That's what it should have been. Just a fun. That's what UCN should have been. It should have been just like a fun game without any lore. Just have the protagonist be Mike. Yeah, I know. Putting Mike in everything. We'll talk about him again later, don't worry. And he's dreaming or whatever. If you want to be canon, you can say he's dreaming like right before the end of FNAF 6. There. It's a fun little game. No need for it to be so deep. No need for this fucking one you should not kill shit. Let's just have like a fun game for the finale. But that's not what happened. So speaking of Mike, let's talk about Jeff. Jeff Into the Pit. He's a pretty prominent character. He's the owner of Jeff's Pizza. That's where Oswald goes. That's where the old Freddy's location is. Because there's a theory going around. I believe it's been a theory. It's probably been a theory since Into the Pit came out, but it's probably become more popular once the game was announced and people were looking back at the story. Is Michael Jeff? Is Michael Afton Jeff? No last name. I'm not sure. So let's talk about the timeline of things. Obviously that matters. If Michael dies in FNAF 6, which is not confirmed, but, it's implied. If he did die, and if it takes place after FNAF 6, then no, he can't be. But if it takes place before, then yeah, he can. I think the only real piece of evidence is that Jeff is described as being kind of like a corpse, even though he should be in like his 30s. If Michael is scooped, and then obviously he has to heal to the point where he looks normal, but still kind of awkward, still like a corpse. There's that. And there's also the fact that Jeff's Pizzeria is at the old Freddy's. And who would have the motivation to do it? Who would have the motivation to buy it out? Besides a random person who doesn't. No, because that's probably the most likely option. Michael, he would buy it. He worked there. It is the same, right? Jeff's Pizza in the FNAF 1 location. I think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But then, that's kind of like all the evidence there is. There's that thing, and there's the Into the Pit thing where Jeff kind of looks purple, but that's just lighting. Oswald looks orange. Is he the orange guy now? Let's talk about the narrative of it. This would make a lot more sense with FNAF 6. Because one of the biggest criticisms I have of FNAF 6 is how Mike is just the owner of the pizzeria. And he has no prior experience as far as we know. How the fuck did that happen? How did he go from a night guard to a pizzeria owner? But then if we have this middle chapter where he gets a new identity, opens up a new pizzeria, and he runs it, it's a little bit, it's run down. Not a lot of people go to it, but he still manages it. That criticism is erased of FNAF 6. And then look, he has the backstory right there. He ran his own pizzeria. before then, so he has the experience. It just makes sense, like I said earlier, you know, he's trying to fix what his father did. He probably has the memories of when the kids got killed from when he got injected with remnant, right? That's like a video I'm gonna work on. So why would he not go there, try to like, you know, try to make something good come of it? I think that makes sense, right? Of course, but then there's a problem with the fucking ball pit. Why would Mike keep... I guess Mike doesn't necessarily have to know about the ball pit. Oh, I'm totally wrong, by the way. Jeff is in the epilogues. Okay, it does kind of matter if he dies or not. I don't know if Mike is Jeff. I think the Into the Pit game is either gonna confirm or deny it. I can see it. I'm on the fence. Like, I can see it. Like, I want it to be true. I think it's cool, and it explains what he was up to in that time gap. You know, he was running this pizza place. And I feel like Jeff being Mike is just really cool. Like, I just really like it. Update, guys. We just got some news today. There's going to be a new Into the Pit book, basically. It's going to be an interactive novel. It's going to be 25 different endings. This basically confirms Stitchline, let's be honest. Or at least confirms the Into the Pit game is going to be in the game's verse. Because this book is probably getting made to like coincide with the game. And we know these books take place in the game timeline. Because the first book said, you know, it's a prequel to FNAF 1. Then the second book in this new interactive novel series that, you know, they're going to be in the same, you know, the same series. They're going to be in the same continuity too, most likely. So yeah, I don't know why Scott is reusing Into the Pit again. I don't know, but it's kind of cool to see that, you know, we are getting new content of the Stitchline. Hopefully soon we can get like a cool interactive novel. I bet they're both going to be good the week before in this one. Although the title for it's really weird. It's, was it like Return to the Pit? I don't know why it's not a sequel. If it was a sequel to Into the Pit and it was in the game's continuity, then like, yeah, like everyone would believe Stitchline. But now there's a plausible deniability of, you know, oh, it's gonna have differences to it. So yeah, anyway, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be good, and hopefully we can get a Michael interactive novel in the future. Let me know what you think about the Into the Pit game and new Into the Pit book in the comments below. And while you're down there, why don't you subscribe? Because a lot of you guys just aren't subscribed. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.